How you doing, guys? This is Giovanni, and I wanted to talk about like how things work when it comes to being a psychic medium, doing some spiritual work when it comes to that field, and even within business. For people who don't understand, and there's even some psychics out there who don't completely understand, but this is for you guys. So, when it comes to psychic readings, it is important to ground your energy, shield your energy, and be in a high vibration when you are channeling, so you are not picking up any imposters, any spirits, entities, or whatnot, deities who are in the eighth sphere, who would you consider hell or the lower realm of the astral. So, because there are a lot of them who will be imposters, especially if you're trying to channel your ancestors or a family member who have passed over besides your ancestors. So you are actually channeling them and not any imposters, so you can actually get the right information for yourself or others that you are channeling for. And especially when you're using tarot cards. Primarily, I just channel without them, but like for customers, for clients, I would if they want me to, especially using runes, because I also let them know I don't also use tarot, I also use runes. And so now when we're getting like messages, it could be different for a lot of us. So some of us can get visions, some of us can actually see things where spirits will actually look like they're physically here. Some of us will feel it, or some of us would see through their mind's eye. I usually see through my mind's eye. Sometimes I will see things as if they're physically there, or if like in my mind's eye it's so strong that it will almost appear as if they're almost physically here. And it's not always so, along with feeling. So I also get visions of things that are metaphoric, and then my higher self or God or my spirit guides would be clear to me of what they mean. So for example, not too long ago I was thinking about a group of people that I used to hang out with, and how we always had talked about some certain topics and things, and learned that these people were not actually operating from their higher selves as they try to claim, and they're actually operating from the lower realm because they were always in a low vibrational place. And so I was thinking about how things went downhill between me and them, and I heard a voice, one of my spirit guides, saying the Tower of Babel. And it was cloudy. It's a cloudy day. As I'm walking to my car, and I could hear the sound of like a plane, and it, how planes in the distance, they could sound like it's a thunder. Like you know the difference that it's a plane and thunder. I knew it was a plane, but I knew from my higher self and my spirit guides that it was metaphoric of sounding like thunder, as if there was going to be a storm. And so, and then they started to proceed and say like a great flood. And it's not like a great flood is gonna literally drown these people. It's metaphoric of their karma that they're gonna deal with, that's gonna flood their asses. Excuse my language. It's gonna flood them. And so this is how it usually works for some of us psychics when we're getting messages, even for other people. So some people would be like, okay, but this person told me like this is how this happened or that. That's because if they went to another psychic besides you, they had gotten a message in a different way. And this is what some people need to understand. And then sometimes people can't get like the same answer, like you get the same answer that another psychic tell them, but in a different way. And a lot of people need to understand this when they're gonna go to a psychic. They need to like understand us. And I like to explain things to clients as well, even if I'm giving like a freebie, like a free reading. I would explain. I would go in depth to explain the metaphoric behind it, so you can understand. And I feel like it's important. I personally feel like it's important for psychics to go in depth, emphasize to clients so they can understand, because you get people who are ignorant of the spirit world and metaphysics, esoteric, occultism, and stuff like that, and they have so much expectations of how sessions are supposed to be, how you're supposed to be, and if it's not meet their expectations, even if you give them satisfaction of what they're seeking, they would talk down on you. Not always. They will learn something new, and they can even be gifted themselves. They don't understand. They're not conscious of that. So you can explain to them, their gifts as well. Now, there are some psychics who are understanding these things, but you can give them readings, because not all of us could get readings ourselves, but there are those of us who actually can. So a lot of people would, tell me things that I actually get answers myself, but sometimes I'm not so sure. Then I would still ask another person who was highly gifted as well, just to be sure to confirm it, because sometimes things can be so obvious that you can't help but have to be sure. So thank you for confirmations. And so there's other psychics who would actually get readings from you to try to test you, to see if you're legit, because they like to compete. And when you prove that you are legit, sometimes they can be jealous and try to spread rumors about you, because it's like a competition, and it shouldn't have to be that way. So you do have every right to defend yourself. If you're a psychic, you have dealt with this, and I know a lot of you have who are viewing, and it shouldn't have to be that way. We shouldn't have to compete and deal with these type of things. We should be there for each other. So I want to emphasize on what is it like to be connected to the spirit world, and connect with these spirits who are legit, how to connect with them, and the metaphors, messages they give to you. So thank you guys for viewing. Please like and share and subscribe. Like the video, please, and share it. So I appreciate you guys. God bless.